pages open wide, I'll just sit and read here, finally home where I belong. Well, starting now, I'm reading fast in this hall to the past. Books, love, reading. There was once a time I never thought of you. Books, love, reading. I will never be complete until I have you. I did it. Hello everyone, I'm Natasha, and today I'm finally doing a new book haul. I haven't done one since BEA in May. Because I am very Harry Potter themed today with my new wand and my new Slytherin sweatshirt, I really wanted to do a Harry Potter song. There's not a lot of Harry Potter songs. Since we have tickets to see Anastasia on Broadway in May, I have been listening to the soundtrack again, and I love the Anastasia songs so much that I had to create a song for my haul. In this haul today, I'm not adding in all the books that I have purchased or received since my last haul, because that's a little ridiculous. You guys have already seen them in other videos, so we're just doing some of the new stuff that I bought, and I'm excited to share with you guys. Actually, a lot of books in this haul I've already read, so it's gonna be kind of like a haul type of wrap-up situation, like A Court of Mist and Fury. I actually just finished this book like 2 weeks ago, and it put me in like the best reading mood ever, which is everything I wanted. It was like super provocative, sexy, lots of twists and turns. The ending just like leaves you like, ah! I love this book so much. My next book is out on November 1st. It's The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. It says, "Be deceived or be destroyed." Simon & Schuster have already sent me a finished copy of this book, and they have kindly sponsored this video today. I haven't got to read it yet since I just got it. Nemesis, who is the main character of this book, she was created to protect Sidonia, heir to the Galactic Senate. So this is kind of like a sci-fi book. So it revolves around these two girls, Nemesis and Sidonia. Sidonia, who is the heir to the Galactic Senate, her father, who is a senator, is planning a rebellion, and the Emperor hears of this rebellion, and so he asks Sidonia to come to the imperial court. Well, since Nemesis, is the protector of Sidonia, Nemesis turns into Sidonia and goes to the court herself. Nemesis, who looks like Sidonia, is a hostage for the imperial court, so she's stuck there. But she's like an assassin, she kills things, she'll kill anybody to protect Sidonia. I think things are not as they seem within the Empire. Like, she probably thinks the senator is all good, but turns out probably he's not. There's not a romance in it, at least not said in the synopsis. There might be a little bit of a romance, like it's probably not important or crucial to the plot, so they didn't put it in the synopsis, but I'm hoping for a little romance, because I love romance in my fiction. This seems like a badass political intrigue type of book. That's kind of like one of my favorite books to read, is something that has to do with politics and royalty and courts and stuff like that. It's always really fun and interesting. This book is out November 1st. Go get yourself a copy, and I'll leave a link down below if you're interested. This next purchase is a series of books that I purchased on a whim. In August, I was a bit MIA from life. I was really exhausted after all of the convention season, and my best friend got married. So, you know what I did? I binged watched television. I decided to watch Trueblood for the first time. And guys, let me tell you, I was so obsessed. It's the reason why I bought this pillow, if anyone has been wondering why I have a bloody picture of Alexander Skarsgård. It was like my favorite thing, and I miss it. I went through all 7 seasons in like 3 weeks. It was craziness. I was a fiend. I couldn't stop. I definitely recommend watching Trueblood. It's like Twilight, but better, because there's things that Stephenie Meyer wouldn't do, in Twilight, you know what I mean? So, because I finished Trueblood, and I was like, in a mourning period, I bought the entire book series by Charlaine Harris. Yep, I found this on barnesandnoble.com for like $20 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. They are used. I don't care. I have them now because if I ever miss Eric, I will just read the books. Some people said they really liked them, but they kind of got ridiculous towards the end of the series. I'm excited to see like what they changed from the books to the show, and I know the ending of the series is completely different from the ending of the TV series. I don't know where these are gonna go. They're like too little and too dumb to like fit on my bookshelves. All the titles of the books have dead in the titles. This one's Club Dead. This one's Dead to the World. This one's Definitely Dead. They're very weird, like, cover art, I feel. Like, this is not something that I would gravitate to in the bookstore. No. Penguin sent me, like, a fun little package for The Outsiders, the 50th anniversary edition by S.E. Hinton. And I got a little, like, pin. Stay gold, pony boy, stay gold. I've never read The Outsiders. I never got to read it in school. I know it's, like, the first young adult book. I'm happy I have a copy. It's really pretty. Like, look at the quotes inside the cover. There's an indentation of The Outsiders, I guess, right here up front. If you watched my first NYCC vlog, you will know that I hosted a launch event for Cami Garcia's The Lovely Reckless. Since I've already hauled that book, I haven't really hauled Replica by Lauren Oliver. Gemma's story, Lyra's story. Is that cool thing where there's both stories on either side? This is what makes the colors. This is the colors. And then this, look how cool this is. I didn't know the butterflies were the same color. Melissa De La Cruz signed a copy of Something in Between for me. I love this cover. It's super girly and pretty. Something in Between is about a girl who is like the top of her class and she's ready to go to college, but her parents are illegally here. There's a lot of things that happen to get her to stay in the United States, and then of course there's also a boy. He's like a congressman or senator's son. Next, I have The Girls, a novel by Emma Cline. This has been everywhere. My good friend Emily from Random House sent it along to me a few months ago. I don't know what this is about, but let's read the little thingy up top here. Girls, their vulnerability, strength, and passion to belong are at the heart of the stunning first novel by Emma Cline, an unforgettable new voice in the literary world. This is about a cult set in the 1960s. I'm thinking it's that cult by, what's that guy? Charlie something. Looks like we're following this young girl named Evie. She sees a group of girls and she's like, I want to be with those girls. Those girls are bad news because they lure her into the cult, and of course she thinks it's fantastic and thrilling and dangerous, but it's not. It's probably very violent, and we'll see if she gets out at the end of this. So when I was in New York, we got to tour the Penguin Random House offices, and they gave us totes to fill with books. For a reader, that was probably like the coolest thing ever. They have bookshelves everywhere stacked with books, and they're like, yeah, here, take whatever you want. And we're all like, really? This was so cool. I'm so grateful for this. But before we get into this bag of tricks, I have 2 books that I need to tell you guys about. I was at Barnes & Noble with Christine from Pole and Bananas Books, and I came across this book, Paper Princess by Erin Watt. I've never heard of this before. It was on like the recommended shelves at the Grove. It wasn't in the young adult section. It wasn't in any other section in front of, you know, the shelves. It was downstairs for everyone to see. Christine and I were like flipping through the book trying to find out who published it. No one published it. It's self-published. I read this blurb. It said, "These royals will ruin you." And I was thinking like, oh, is this like that book that they adapted into the TV show on E! News or E, you know? No, it's not. I tweeted it out to you guys and you're all like, get it, read it, and get the second book. So I got the second book. I read these in a span of 4 days. They're very addictive. Now, I wouldn't say they are, you know, the greatest pieces of literature known to mankind. No. These are new adult novels, yet they are put in the young adult shelves. I didn't understand this because I read both these books, and there's a lot of sexual situations in these stories. So I don't feel right about telling someone under the age of 15 to read this. It's a lot, okay? I love romance. This is like a simple romantic story with lots of twists and turns and deceitfulness. It's really fun, so give it a try. Get the second book. I pre-ordered the third book. I hadn't seen anyone on BookTube talk about these books. I hadn't seen anything on Instagram, so I'm making everyone aware. Read. Let's get into the bag. This first book I have is by Lauren Graham. It's called Someday, Someday Maybe. Lauren Graham, of course, plays Lorelai Gilmore in the Gilmore Girls. Y'all say I look just like her. I've never experienced more of like a celebrity lookalike comments than the comment about how I look like Lauren Graham. Of course, I'm always very flattered because I think she is quite a beautiful woman, but I had no idea that she had written a novel, and this is a fiction novel. Diane Keaton says, warm and funny, charming and smart. Emily Griffin, who wrote Something Borrowed, said sweet, funny, and full of heart, a dazzling debut. Meg Cabot said, fresh and funny and full of zingers, Lauren Graham's charming writing style instantly drew me in, but it was her relatable characters complete with doodle date book entries, irresistible romantic twist, and delicious plot that kept me turning the pages until well past my bedtime. Also signed by Lauren. That is cool. I have a book signed by Lorelai Gilmore. This was not a book that I acquired at my Random House tour. My good friend Adam Silvera, we went to dinner and he told us about Spindle Fire by Lexa Hillyer. Hillyer. This is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, and you know I love retellings. I love Once Upon a Time. And of course I was like instantly, ooh! This has fairies in it, like sexy fairies, like Sarah J. Maas type of fairies. I'm all for reading this really soon. It comes out in, it comes out in April of 2017. This next book is called The Ice Beneath Her, a novel by Camilla Grebe. This is it. This is an advanced reader's copy. It's not on sale until Christmas, so December 27th. Oh wait, no it's not. It says tentative publication date, January 2017. So I don't know when this is coming out. There's like no synopsis on the back. It's a very early edition. A startling psychological thriller that blends the winning element of Scandinavian crime fiction and twisty, unreliable narration propelling that has been bestsellers far and wide. This isn't like the class of Girl on the Train and Gone Girl. I saved the best for last. When I asked for a tour of the Random House offices, first and foremost, I really wanted to see a publishing office space, and it was very cool. Pierce Brown's books are published there. I was thinking, oh, maybe there might be like cool editions of Red Rising that I don't have. Oh yeah, I was right. Emily, who's the publicist for Random House, takes us into the lead publicist on Pierce's books. I asked him, I'm like, hey, do you have like cool arcs or editions of any of the Red Rising books? And he's like, yeah, I do. He opens his big box and this is what he gives me. This art was going to be the art on the books, but of course they changed it to like the wing. So I have this. This is really cool. It's like a big copy too. It's a lot bigger than their standard paperbacks, and of course I also got Morningstar as a paperback, so this is the size difference. I'm so excited about having this. Like, I have really cool editions of Red Rising. Also at New York Comic Con they were giving out these little cool editions of Red Rising with the Aries like sigil on it. And then I thought this was the coolest thing. This is an advanced uncorrected proof of Golden Sun. Look at this. This is so cool. This is not cover art at all. It literally says Del Rey and like these little purple squares. There's supposed to be maps in here, but they're not. Maybe I'm a little nerdy, but I think this is really cool. Red Rising is one of my favorite series of all time, and I'm so happy to have these. Okay guys, that's the end of my haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I need to stack books. I hauled 24 books. It really didn't seem like it because I hauled them together. Jeez Louise. Please subscribe if you're new and like if you enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the future. Keep calm and fangirl on. Oh no, bye.